Greetings and salutations.
Hey guys, welcome to the Morning Mayhem Show. I am Sam. I feel like it's been a long time since I've done a on time morning show. Here I am. Here you guys are. You know, I just seen Sherry LeBrun say we finally have our YouTube names fixed. What was going on with that? I heard someone else talking about it in another podcast, and I guess like all their names were like all bizarre and weird, and or maybe it was like old names or something like that. I don't know, but someone please enlighten me. Good morning, Danette. Good to see you. Cliff Ann Ferguson's in the house. How's it going? Good to see you. Shell Dub's in the house. Sherry LeBrun, Tan Louise is in the house. Sherry LeBrun, thank you so much for being a moderator. Danette, thank you so much for being a moderator. YouTube had the email names. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Jen Marie, hey, how are you doing, Jen? Good to see you. I feel like I haven't talked to you in years. Does it seem like years to you too? It seems like years to me. Maybe we should connect today at some point. I got to take my daughter to the library, and then I have a doctor's appointment. Should be done by around 2 or 3. Mark Schumann, good to see you, brother. Good. Glad you're here. I'm still confused on I know what they mean. Number 1, number 2, number 3 with the little crowns. I'm confused on the purpose of it, right? Like, what does that do? Does it inspire you guys to like, are you guys fighting to be number 1 or number 2, number 3? I'm guessing not. It's not a big deal to like, oh yeah, okay, I commented more in the podcast. Some lame ass dude from Los Angeles' morning mayhem report, whatever he wants to call it today. It's different every time we see it. Anyways, it's good to be here this morning. I just made my daughter mad at me though right before the show. I was like, hey, do you need a water or anything before I go live? And then I seen her bowl of oatmeal was still sitting next to her, and it was cold. She said the oatmeal's cold, but she didn't really want it. I don't know. But now she's mad at me because I wanted to be on time, but she'll be okay. She's watching YouTube, so I don't know. But today we're going to talk about the manhunt for the gentleman that's unalived 4 people at the bar in Anaconda. I've been in the jail in Anaconda, waiting to go to the state prison here in Montana. This is years and years and years ago, probably 20 something years ago. Was when the feds first picked me up, and I had some state charges, went to the state to wait for the feds, and it was just a big mess. But it was before I did my big fed bit. So anyways, yeah, pretty nuts that it's happening this close to me. But we are on the lookout for this cat. I swear, if I was driving down the street and I seen him, I'd probably beat him up. I really would. I'd probably beat him up and then call the police and hold him there for the police, man. So like I'm almost like hoping I see him. What a punk, man. What a punk to go in there because they wouldn't serve him alcohol to go in there and do that. But I get it. He's got mental health matters. I get that. And supposedly he had a bunch of mental health issues. But this is the way I see it. His mental health issues weren't keeping him from making the decision to drink all the time and to he had his own business. He was making conscious decisions, that he knew the outcomes, what the outcomes would be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have a business, so you make money, and you make money to live. And do you know what I mean? Like, he was able to function. And so I just, I don't think it's a good excuse to unalive 4 people at your local watering hole that you drink at every day. I guess his mom's house was right behind the place. Anyways, we're going to get into that. We're going to catch up with all the updates. Then I'm going to get into the chat with you guys. Maybe I'll do the chat first. I know I kind of just did a lightweight roll call. I hate calling it roll call, but check in with you guys. But that's the Mayhem Show. That's what we're going to do today. Maybe a couple little extra things. I don't know. I have some things in the hopper that I was thinking about talking about. I don't know. Maybe. All right. I'll see you guys in a minute. I'll start to respond.
Good morning to the chaos we ride.
So when I get texts, my own ideas.
Wake up, Sam. He's reborn again. One step forward from where he's been. Turn up the noise, flip the script today. Lights on, Sam. We've got dues to pay. A world on fire, but the winds still blow. This is Morning Mayhem. Welcome to the show.
Mark Schumann says, is this guy by any chance a veteran? He is a veteran. Yes, he is. I don't know what branch or what his history is. There's no VA. Oh no, there is a VA actually close to him in Butte, Montana. Actually, I think it's the number one VA in the state is in Butte, Montana. Like, people from the eastern side of the state go to the one in Butte, Montana, which is not even 20 minutes from Anaconda, where this happened. So I don't even know why that matters. Why I even talked about that? But he is a veteran. He is a veteran. Kat K, good to see you. Eileen Wickenkamp, good to see you. No, Danette, I haven't looked into Aaron Spencer yet. I'm gonna look into it maybe during the show or after the show. Absolutely. Thank you for the heads up. Hopefully it's something cool and interesting. The news cycle with all the things that I'm kind of covering right now has been kind of slow. Carmelo Anthony is slow. I do have some cool things to talk about about Stephen Stearns from the Madeline Soto case, but I haven't got the go ahead on that. The information was sent to me by another YouTube creator called YouTube Streets. If you guys haven't checked him out, go check him out. I'll put a link in the description to his channel. It's one of my favorite channels now to watch, but him and I have been like texting here and there, and he sent me some things, but I still haven't got the go ahead to talk about him. He did what did he do? He did something on somebody unalived 4 people somewhere, and he did a story on that. I can't remember where it was. But I guess the guy was a vice lord, which is a gang out of Chicago. Well, it's bigger than Chicago, but that's where it originated. They're called the vice lords. But he's a white dude, and the vice lords mainly an African-American gang. African-American gang. That sounds so crazy. But man, it's good to see you, Kat K. Good morning to you. Did I see John Lazon in the house? No. But Alois is here. Good to see you, Dennis S.A. Yeah, I'm going to have to go check out some old podcasts where the names were all effed up. But people have been mentioning it. And so like I want to trip out on it. Sherry LeBron asked, Sam, check out the teacher here in Arkansas that killed 2 parents hiking with their daughters. He was a teacher. Yes, I did see something about that. I didn't know he was a teacher. I didn't know that. Is that the guy that they arrested and he was getting his hair cut? He was getting his hair cut and they arrested him. Was it that guy? I don't know where John is. That's okay. Dentist say that you missed some shows. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. That you're here now, and that's all that matters. I haven't been consistent. My shows have been all over the place. I've been doing some pre-recorded shows, but my shows. Some of my shows are getting shadow banned like heavily, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I'm saying certain words in the show, so I don't know, but some of them have been shadow banned because I'll release some, and like I released one a couple weeks ago, and I got 70,000 views, 1,000 new subscribers just from that one show, and then but then I've been doing other pre-recorded shows, doing the same format, same thing, and then when it goes out, I look at the how many people it's reached, not how many people have clicked, and it's like it's a third of what it's of the ones that get tons of views. So I don't know. So I was trying some different things, but today I just wanted to come in and hang out with you guys and just talk about this this guy that they're looking for here in my home state, and really close. Incarnate Soul, good to see you. So happy you're here. Grateful 1111, good to see you. I feel like I haven't seen. I was thinking about you yesterday. I was like, I haven't seen Grateful in a while, or maybe it's just because I'm just been inconsistent with the times that I'm coming out with the shows. I don't know. Everything's a mess, but we'll get it figured out. I think it's just because I have Hazley, during the days now, and like it's just hard. It's just hard to figure it all out. But she'll be going back to school here in a couple of weeks. We went and got her school supplies last week, so that's awesome. She's all dialed in for school. I'm sure if she was like put together and ready, she would come say hi. Maybe she will during the show at some point. But let's check out what's going on with this.
A massive manhunt is underway in a small town in western Montana for a man who police say walked into a bar and killed 4 people. A new photo shows the suspect right here, Michael Paul Brown, leaving the Owl Bar in Anaconda Friday morning. Investigators say he's accused.
That's not him leaving the Owl Bar. I don't know why she said that, but that's not him leaving the Owl Bar. That's like just a recent picture that someone had of him. I don't know. I don't know what that is, but that's not him leaving the Owl Bar.
Accused of shooting and killing a bartender and 3 patrons, including 2 elderly men. Brown, an Army veteran, lived next door and was a local business owner. Police say he took off in a pickup truck after the shooting, which he ditched at some point. And now officials are urging residents to be on high alert as the search expands into the mountains. Brown is believed to be armed and dangerous.
This morning, the urgent manhunt for an accused gunman on the run for 3 days after police say he shot and killed 4 people in a Montana bar. Hundreds of federal and local officials converging on the mountains in search of Army veteran Michael Paul Brown, who they say is armed and extremely dangerous.
This is an unstable individual who walked in and murdered 4 people in cold blood for no reason whatsoever. So there absolutely is concern for the public.
Authorities say 45-year-old Brown lives next door to the Owl Bar in the small town of Anaconda. They say Friday morning around 10:30, he walked in and shot 3 patrons and a bartender. Morning around 10:30, he walked in.
I want to get some prayers out for Daniel's family, David's family, Tony's family, and Nancy's family. If we can just send prayers and to them. I've been praying for their families. Just a horrible, horrible tragedy. I couldn't imagine losing a loved one while they were, doing something as normal as just being at their local watering hole. So yeah, if we can, for real, man, just stop and say a prayer for them. I was thinking like, because this happened kind of early in the morning, and just what's going on in your life that you're drinking that early, and it's just sad. The whole thing is sad, and I just really feel for these people that that they were drinking, at a bar drinking, super early. Their lives must not have been great. Or maybe it was. Maybe they would just happen to be there, this one time. But I don't know. My dad was a regular drinker. I think that's why I feel so strongly about that specifically. My dad was a regular drinker. He used to drink, whiskey, bourbon, scotch, whatever, in a 7-Eleven coffee cup. On the weekends in the morning, he would have a drink before breakfast. On the weekends, he never drank when he went to work. He worked for General Motors in the factory, but that would have been my dad. He would have been at his favorite little bar drinking. He quit drinking though in his 50s, and he's 70. I guess he'd be 80 this year. Yeah, he'll be 80 this year. So, but he quit drinking then. He quit drinking, smoking, everything all at the same time. He met my stepmom right around the same time when he quit drinking and smoking and doing all those things. So kudos to her for getting my dad to do that. But this would have been my dad though. Absolutely. So definitely prayers out to them and their families. Hey, John, how's it going? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel I have a strange not affinity for them and their situation, where their lives were at, but I don't know. It just reminds me of my dad, and my dad wasn't an abusive drinker or anything like that, but he drank. He was just an old school drunk, Vietnam vet. But he's doing good now. He's got some heart issues, but he's doing pretty good. Yeah.
And shot 3 patrons and a bartender. Police releasing this image of Brown shirtless fleeing the scene, saying he's since believed to have stolen a truck with camping gear and clothes. Officials say Brown is known to local law enforcement with a criminal record. His family says he struggled to get help for mental health problems. Locals in this tight-knit community now on alert and on edge.
This is a tremendous tragedy, and we're going to find this guy one way or the other.
And authorities say Brown was a regular at the bar where this shooting happened. It's likely he knew all 4 of those victims.
All right, we want to begin this morning with our continuing breaking news coverage. A manhunt for a military veteran suspected of fatally shooting 4 people at Anaconda bar stretches now into its 4th day. Police are looking for this man, Michael Paul Brown, now wanted for reportedly shooting 4 people inside of the Owl Bar before driving off in a white pickup. Now a look at the area as crews continue to comb the surrounding area for Brown. Roads, by the way, continue to be closed this morning as part of that manhunt. Now, the search for Brown is intensifying, I should say, as law enforcement from across Montana, including teams from Helena, Missoula, and Butte, join a rapidly growing fugitive trackdown operation. All law enforcement searching from the ground, searching from the air. They're just all hunting for that man right there, the 45-year-old Brown. And now a $7,500 reward is being offered. A tip line has also been set up at 1-877-WANTED-2. As you've heard.
That's really what they need to do, is put a reward, because he's probably holed up at a friend's house. I'm guessing he's holed up at a friend's house, and the friend's not turning him in. But I feel like, look, Anaconda is a poor area. Most of the people that live there work at the prison, so it's like the economy there is minimal at best. And I think a friend eventually will turn him in for the reward. So I'm glad they have a reward out for him. They're probably going to catch him today or tomorrow. Montana's a big state. But like, if that's him leaving shirtless, and yeah, I guess he stole a truck that had some camping gear in it or something like that. The first reports were that hijacked, what do you call it? Carjacked the car or truck from somebody and took off in it. But I've had a lot of friends that have been on the run in Montana. I've been on the run in Montana, and they find you pretty fast. So I'm amazed that he's been gone this long. Like absolutely amazed. So it's crazy. It's crazy that he's still on the loose.
Heard earlier here, just a few moments ago, authorities believe Brown is still alive, with the Montana Attorney General saying, we're going to get this guy.
This is a dangerous individual who has committed an absolutely heinous crime against this community and these victims.
It's an uneasy feeling knowing that there's someone out there that has the capacity to do this and we don't know where they are.
Now, the motive behind the shooting, even though we're into 4 days here, is still unknown, but Knudsen did say Brown used a rifle. It's now believed he's wearing clothes that were actually in the truck that he stole on Friday after the shooting. Brown, of course, believed to be armed and dangerous. He was last seen in the Stumptown area just west of Anaconda. All right, it is a tragedy, obviously, that claimed 4 lives.
It's crazy. It's crazy that they haven't even found the stolen truck yet. Like there's a lot of cops in Montana. It's a big state, but like there's a lot of sheriffs. Each county has a sheriff's department. Each town has a police department. There's no way that this, like every truck that goes by, like if I went for a drive right now and I passed a sheriff, I guarantee you he's looking in my truck to see if I'm this guy. Like they're looking for him. It's a big state, but it's a small town, right? Like I feel like it's just one big small town. Even I live in the biggest city in Montana, and it's tiny. It's 100,000 people at best. And I know that's a lot of people, but I mean, I've been to concerts in Europe that have been bigger, that these things they call Odeons. They're huge, 150,000 people. So I don't know. It sounds, medium size, big, but I'm from Los Angeles, millions and millions of people in one city. So I don't know. Let's keep it.
4 people. And those 4 people were identified over the weekend. The victims are 74-year-old Tony Palm, 70-year-old David Leach, 64-year-old Nancy Kelley, and 59-year-old Daniel Baillie. Now, the 3 men were actually patrons at the bar on Friday. Nancy Kelley was actually bartending. Knudsen says that Brown was a regular at the Owl Bar and likely knew all 4 of the victims who he shot and killed.
The urgent manhunt underway for 40.
And the first reports were that he came in and they refused him service. That was the original report I heard.
55-year-old Michael Brown accused of killing 4 people in a Montana bar Friday. This map showing part of Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest closed until further notice, where law enforcement is searching for the suspected killer.
We've got a lot of expertise, a lot of knowledge of the area. We've got every cabin, every hunting site that's known up there pinned.
Today, officials offering a $7,500 reward for any information that could lead to Brown's whereabouts. Officials released this photo Saturday showing Brown nearly naked, saying they now believe he went to another location shortly after the shooting, ditched his clothes, then stole a truck.
At this point, we have every reason to believe the suspect is fully clothed, shoes on his feet, able to get around.
It's crazy. YouTube right now is pushing us to do lives with the vertical stream. I've tried it before. I can't get into it. It's hard. It's hard to do it from your phone, especially when you're using a third party, site to stream with, like StreamYard. It's doable, but it's just hard. Everything's just so condensed to push buttons. That's why I don't do it. But that's why we're seeing a lot of like live reports like this. That are in the vertical format lately, because YouTube is really pushing it. They've actually offered if I do a vertical live stream and I get so many of these things that you guys can buy, they're like coins or something, and I get 3 donations on 3 separate live streams, I have the chance to get $1,000 or $10,000 that they'll add to my to my revenue, my AdSense revenue. But I just can't get into it. I mean, 10,000 would be nice right now, but I'm sure, not a ton of people are going to get it. Hey, Kim, it's good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Incarnaso asks, Sam, how far is this from Idaho? Does crossing state lines enhance his chance of escape? It's kind of close to Idaho, but about 2 hours from Idaho, maybe not even 2 hours. Actually, closer than that. Actually, probably like an hour from the Idaho state line, about 2 hours from Coeur d'Alene. But the first town you get to in Idaho would be Wallace from Montana, and that's pretty close. Yeah. Does it improve his chances of escape? Probably not, because that is a heavily that the road into Idaho is heavily populated with like state troopers from the Idaho side and the Montana side, because a lot of drug running happens on that. When I was running drugs, I called it the gauntlet. So like if I was either delivering or picking up from Spokane, I called it the gauntlet. I'd have to go run the gauntlet, to try not to get pulled over between Montana and Washington. I'd have to drive through Idaho, and it's nuts. I've told some stories about being pulled over there where the cops let me go, and I had guns and drugs in the car, and but it was because I was being investigated by the feds. So they were just like letting me go because they were watching the spot that I was headed to, or they just were watching me. But that happened twice on that stretch of highway. They let me go. No driver's license. It was totally crazy. Yep. Okay, let's watch.
We do know the individual had access to firearms. We believe he was probably still armed and dangerous.
Developing this morning, police are wondering if 45-year-old Michael Brown will return to the small town of Anaconda, Montana, after they say he shot and killed 4 people at a bar. According to authorities, Brown lived near the bar and was a regular. Locals say the suspected shooter had a history of mental health issues.
I'll be done
Brown
soon.
previously served in both the Army
You can
and
leave that
the
open.
National Guard.
Your national headlines this morning: a manhunt underway in Montana for Michael Paul Brown, accused of shooting and killing 4 people at a bar in Anaconda Friday. Officials say he is armed and extremely dangerous. They identify the victims as bartender Nancy Lauretta Kelley and 3 customers who were longtime locals. Authorities are offering a $7,500 reward for information. They're telling anyone who sees him to call 911.
Our suspect is still at large. And I'll go ahead and say this right now. We've got tremendous cooperation from Homeland Security, from our federal partners, the FBI, the U.S. Marshal Service. We want to find this guy. This is a dangerous individual who has committed an absolutely heinous crime against this community and these victims. We've got air assets, ground assets. We're going to catch this guy. This is still absolutely priority number 1. Probably in the next 24 hours, you're going to see the law enforcement response shift a little bit. This is absolutely still priority number 1 to find this suspect. But we've got a lot of resources here in Anaconda.
The manhunt for Michael Brown, the suspect involved in a mass shooting that occurred in Anaconda on Friday morning.
Like I said, we're a small, big state, small towns, but a ton of law enforcement. Like the U.S. Marshal Service is huge in Montana. People come here to that are on the run. It's just a huge. The United States Marshals, especially the Fugitive Task Force, is huge in Montana. I seen a map of the state where it had how many fugitives were picked up in each bigger town, and they're in the hundreds. Every year, hundreds of fugitives are picked up. In each town in Montana. So, Michael Rondo says he knows the area well. Yep, he absolutely does. He literally could be hiding in the area. He may even have 2 properties, a cabin. I haven't heard anything about that, but I believe you if you have. His family is pretty big. Like he's got a lot of family in the area. But yeah, I think he's hiding at a friend's house, and it's just a really good friend. But you know, that friend probably needs to turn him in as soon as possible, because eventually he'll become an accomplice if he doesn't turn him in. And if he like leaves there and then gets caught later and they like, you know, debrief him or, you know, depose him, whatever, you know, they do, they'll interview him. And if he says, well, if they ask, well, where have you been? And he goes, oh, I was hiding it, you know, at Sam's place. You know, I hid the first 4 days at Sam's place. Then yeah, I'd be in a shit ton of trouble. So I'm encouraging, if you're a friend of his and you're holding him up, I know it sucks to be a rat and a snitch and you know, but you know, don't go down for him, because this is serious. This isn't just, you know, he's got a warrant, you know, or a probation violation. He unalived 4 people, you know, and he needs to pay for this crime. Absolutely. 1,000,000%. Natasha, how's it going? Good to see you. Ben Bacon Bits is in the house. Good to see you, Ben. No, it's not racist to call a white man Mr. Brown, but it's funny. Okay, let's get back to this real quick.
Continues. During a press conference this morning, Attorney General Austin Knudsen said search efforts are still underway around Anaconda for Brown. He said hundreds of individuals are assisting in search efforts and announced there is a reward for anyone with information that leads to the arrest or capture of Brown.
This is a dangerous individual who has committed an absolutely heinous crime against this community and these victims. I'll go ahead and announce right now that at this time we have a $7,500 reward, and that's just the initial reward. I'll also state that, but we have a $7,500 reward for any information that would lead us to Michael Paul Brown.
Knudsen also said Brown used a rifle during the incident that belonged to him, and officials believe he is still armed.
We can confirm that it was a rifle. At this point, I'm not going to give out a bunch of more information about that. We do know the individual had access to firearms. We believe he is probably still armed and dangerous.
During the press conference, the names of the victims involved in the incident were released. All 4 of them are from Anaconda. They are identified as 59-year-old Daniel Edwin Baillie, 64-year-old Nancy Lauretta Kelley, 70-year-old David Allen Leach, and 74-year-old Tony Wayne Palm. Officials are asking residents to remain vigilant and keep an eye out for Brown, who is described as 5'10", 170 pounds with blue eyes and brown hair. Authorities said Brown was last seen driving a stolen 2007 white Ford F-150 pickup with Montana plates. The stolen truck was believed to have clothing and camping gear inside. However, DCI Administrator Lee Johnson said law enforcement located the truck on Friday and Brown was not found in or around it.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I didn't know that. I didn't know they found the pickup truck. So, yeah, so I take back what I said about how it's crazy they haven't even found the stolen pickup truck. Okay, so they did get the pickup truck back, but the owner of the pickup truck probably said, yeah, these items are missing, this clothing, you know, this jacket, whatever. And but I did hear before that there was some camping supplies in the truck as well, and that was gone. So that's pretty nuts. Hey, Natasha, good to see you. Hello from the UK. Welcome to the show. Thanks for participating in the chat. Hayes, everybody says hi. She can't come on screen right now because she's not dressed yet. Okay, babe. Okay.
As search efforts continue, the Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest announced closures here on land southeast of Georgetown Lake and south of Highway 1 in the East Fork of Twin Lakes Creek. Closures will also be in effect east past Barker Lakes to Garrity Wildlife Management. The Mount Hagen area is also closed.
So you guys see right there where it says Deer Lodge? That's the state prison. So, I mean, it's right next to the state prison. And you can see the prison from that highway.
Closures are anticipated to last through August 17th. Anyone with information about the incident or Brown's whereabouts are asked to reach out to the hotline at the number on your screen or dial 911.
And a new warning tonight from officials about the murder suspect they're scrambling to find, saying that he could return to the Montana town where he shot and killed 4 people. NBC's Kathy Park has the latest.
Tonight, the urgent manhunt underway for 45-year-old Michael Brown, accused of killing 4 people in a Montana bar Friday. This map showing part of Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest, closed until further notice, where law enforcement is searching for the suspected killer.
We've got a lot of expertise, a lot of knowledge.
They must have tips that he's in that national forest. It probably is where he's at, because if he would have been on the highway, he would have been caught by now. They will catch you here in Montana.
The area, we've got every cabin, every hunting site that's known up there pinned.
Today, officials offering a $7,500 reward for any information that could lead to Brown's whereabouts. Officials released this photo Saturday.
All right. Well, all the information seems pretty redundant at this point, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with me to watch that stuff. I just want to get the word out there because I do have some viewers that are from Montana. Everyone here in Montana knows about the story. Everyone here is on the lookout for him. I almost could assure you that he's still here in the States somewhere. There's no way he would have taken the chance to go on the highway, and they would have spotted him. They would have spotted him for sure. Let's get to the chat. See what's going on there. Did I miss any questions or comments? No, just everybody saying hi to everybody. Look, it's Hazley. Say hi, honey.
I'm just brushing my hair because it's so crazy in the morning.
Her hair's so crazy in the morning. Isn't she getting big? She's getting bigger and bigger.
No, it's because of the curls under my hair. My hair likes to be curly under my hair, like under here, so it makes it really frizzy.
I was just saying how big you are now. Look.
I want a new hairstyle.
Go get one.
It looks too big.
Go get one.
I want to have a spa day today.
She wants to have a spa day today.
And get the rest of my school supplies list for first grade, and then and then get me a new overall.
She wants overalls.
But not
yeah,
the one
she's
with
way
the
prettier
skirt,
than me.
But like the one with the pants, because I don't have any of those ones, and I think it would look really cute.
Yeah, she's getting so big and so smart. It's about time says the mass shootings are daily, multiple in one day. Is it me or are things in the world getting crazier than ever? They're getting crazier than ever. I mean, look, the mass shootings, the SA, the trafficking, everything is getting nuts, and our politics are crazy. Everything that's going on with MAGA right now and the downfall of Trump. I mean, can I say that? I probably shouldn't have said the T word because now my video is going to get shadow banned. But things are getting crazier and crazier by the minute. Not forget by the day. I'm.
Are you talking about me?
Constant. No, honey.
Good.
I'm constantly reading and seeing things like Benjamin Netanyahu came and did an interview on the Full Send podcast, and they didn't push back on anything. Elon Musk just donated $10 million to Trump's super PAC, or $2 million to Trump's super PAC for the midterm elections. So that all the MAGA, midterm congressmen and senators and government, everyone has access to that money. Was there even really a fallout between those two? Was it all for show? So for him, people would stop bombing Teslas. Who knows, right? But he just gave a shit ton of money to a lot of super PACs for the, but that's okay. He has this right to support whoever he wants to support. But is there another conversation to be had that it's all bullshit? Because so much of what's happening with the neocons and the MAGA movement. So much of it is so deceitful, and like, is Ghislaine Maxwell going to get a pardon? Most likely. But I bet you it doesn't happen though until the end of his presidency, because I feel like he's on such thin ice that any wrong move is going to just completely destroy his base, and it's going to be a wrap. Don't spray this anymore. It's just going to be a wrap. So, and then like the mass shootings, all of it is nuts. It's about time says it's weighing on me, folks. My own life is a struggle. The world makes it worse. I'm struggling bad. Well, if we can get some good vibes and intention and prayers for it's about time. And it's about time. Like, I know I say this as a cliche almost at the end of every show, but be kind to yourself. Give yourself some grace. Try to find some things that you can be grateful for. This is what I do, because look, I'm a clean mess. Yep, there it is. Thanks, honey. My little co-host. I know you can find some things to be grateful for. Like, there's so many things that when I think about it can like really put me in the dumps. That's another reason why I haven't been doing shows lately, because I just have been like in a state of blah, of like I'll call it depression. I don't like calling it depression, because I've been like really depressed before, and I wouldn't even be able to like function and make a living when I get depressed. But I've been able to, do a tattoo here and there, try to, create some content here and there. But I get it. And I'm sorry you're going through that right now. And, I know we use YouTube and the news and these stories to get away from our junk, but sometimes all this information can bring us down even more. And just like you said, like you're already having struggles in your life, and this just like exacerbates it. And maybe it might be a sign to disconnect for a little while. I disconnected for these last 3 days, and I do feel better today. I'm a little groggy because I took a big nap yesterday and I stayed up late last night, but I literally took almost 4 days really since last Thursday, and just kind of disconnected from everything. And went and did a couple of tattoos, spent some time with Hazley and Mariana, had a movie night, but we all fell asleep, but I know you did. She fell asleep first, but
And if you're wondering if
but I feel for you, hon.
is okay, she is.
What's that?
It's okay.
Yeah. Jen Marie, I agree 1,000,000%. She is absolutely not a victim. She's a pimp. I don't feel like she got enough time. I feel like she should get more time, not a pardon. Yeah, she's just absolutely disgusting. I seen or read some things the other day about her trial. She was disgusting. And so like for her to even get to be able to go to a camp, a federal prison camp where there's no fences, no walls, they get extra everything, is beyond me. First of all, you're not allowed to have sex offenders there. They're not allowed to be at those camps. Someone with her charges and that much time is not allowed to be at a camp. So she got a waiver from Trump. She had to have. I've just said two things that are absolutely going to get this video shadow banned, so I'm not even going to monetize it now. But she's disgusting, man. She's disgusting. And if the big T does set her free, like I'm absolutely done supporting him. Like like I will have a MAGA hat burning party. There's already people having those MAGA hat burning parties. I watched a bunch of them on Saturday, or no, I would have had to have been on Thursday because I disconnected on Friday. Yeah. So on Thursday, I watched a bunch of MAGA hat burning parties on TikTok, and it's just nuts. It's just nuts.
I never watched TikTok.
Yes, I do. You don't know what I watch.
I watch TikTok all the time, mister.
I know you do. Kids TikTok, not a grown-up TikTok.
Hey, I have it on my phone.
I know you do.
And I watch it all the time.
I know you watch it all the time. Okay, let me finish this up and we'll get going, okay?
Okay, but big fat buddy.
Big fat buddy. She just called me big fat buddy. Okay, I'll see you. I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, they don't realize that. Yeah, we do. She kind of realizes it, but yeah. But she's getting big, man. I mean, since I started this show, she's getting big. We can go back to some of the first shows where she like popped in and like she seemed like a 2-year-old then, and that was just a few months ago. Hey, Natasha, I appreciate you saying justice for Virginia because I haven't done any shows on that yet, on justice for Virginia Giuffre. Wait, I did do a couple of shows like right when she, you know, unalived herself. I don't necessarily believe that theory, but most of her family has come around to say that, yeah, possibly. I watched something with her brother the other day because he's freaking out that Ghislaine has been moved to a lighter security prison because, you know, she's partly responsible. And because the big T has been saying, you know, like, oh yeah, she was stolen from me, and like she was his property. You know, he's coming out. He's like, no, she was kidnapped. Basically, she was groomed and trafficked from the big T in Mar-a-Lago, whatever it's called. But it was an amazing interview. I should have. I should do a story on that. I don't know. I'm kind of trying to stay away from politics right now, but it's kind of hard. It's just there's so much of it right now going on. Oh, did they release? Jen Marie says that the Washington State released all the Kohlberger records today. That should be interesting. That should be really interesting and disgusting all at once, all at the same time. Yeah, we should probably check that out. I don't know. It's got to be YouTube censoring your replies. I don't see anything deleted right now. I do have my replies on strict. So and they're only on strict because of when Scoville and I had our split up. There were so many trolls in the chats, and you know, his fans and people just hating on me and him, and you know that him and I were one and the same, and it was just it was a lot. So I had to put it on strict, and I'm going to keep it on strict, because and I know you're probably not saying anything crazy, but it does. It won't let you bash me, which is, I know that's not what you were doing. No, it'll let you say negative things about me, but I think it has certain keywords that it sees that it takes out the messages. But it'll let you have. I shouldn't have said bash, but it'll let people comment and say, you know, opposing arguments and things like that, or I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking in the I have like not the StreamYard chat up. I have the YouTube studio chat up, and I don't see any deleted comments that have been made. But maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. Yeah, you can't put ugly and Sam in the same sentence, but you just did. I can be ugly and Sam at the same time. Bash Sam, bash Sam. Yeah, bash. That's funny. I know you guys have noticed probably that I'm wearing like a kind of a springtime hoodie and a beanie right now. It's because my wife and daughter love it so cold in the house that this is how I have to dress in the house. Right now it's almost 80 degrees today, but it does say the temps are going to drop. So I probably won't even change from this outfit today, even if I go outside, but it can be 80 outside and 40 degrees in the house. And so this is how I have to dress. Yeah, it's nuts. But I do have what else is going on in the old chat? Yeah, if we can get prayers for It's About Time's sister and niece. I don't know what's going on, but she says it's a struggle, and so hopefully sorry, I wasn't laughing at the struggle. I was laughing at Natasha saying, "Who is Scoville?" That's funny. Oh, here we go. Same with my poor sister. Her life was completely destroyed the day she learned that her father-in-law was abusing her daughter. This crap permanently destroys people. Oh my God, that's heavy. That's so heavy. Yeah, if we can get prayers for, like, I'm gonna put that on my prayer list. Actually, it's my pen. Here it is. Hold on, my peeps. Yeah, we'll put that on my prayer list. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, because I need more things to pray for, and I mean, I'm sorry that they're going through that, but no, you can rant all you want. This is a free, safe space to do whatever you want, as long as it's not racial or homophobic. That's all we ask. Yeah, I know. You're right. I don't have any idea on how what that's doing to your family. My wife has talked about this on her channel when she had her channel. The channel still exists, but I think she's talked about this. But yeah, no, she has. Someone in her family did something inappropriate with her and her family, and it was a daughter. It was her cousin, but the daughter of her grandmother. So that would be her. But a daughter by marriage or something from her grandmother, and no one in her family, they all support him and not her. Like if he's going to be around, or if his mom's going to be around, like they don't invite my wife to the family get together. So like my wife has become the outcast of the family because of the situation. And I don't know if that's what's happening, but it sounds like that's probably is. That maybe the stepdad is still like able to, you know what I mean? I feel like that might be the case. I know that happens a lot, where the perpetrator splits families in half, and and that can become torture. So I'm sorry if that's what you're going through. I don't mean to assume. I'm just, I know it can be rough. What do you say? It's disgusting, and meanwhile, the family of the offender supports it. That's what I was just saying. It's exactly what happened with my wife. My sister, the 20-year fled a 20-year marriage, and her life has been hell during everything on her own. Just, I'm in awe of that story. I just can't believe how many times that happens, and I'm so sorry you guys are going through that. I just got a pair of sick back and red leather Puma sneakers for $115 for anyone who's into sneakers. Okay, yeah. And good morning, James. And James, I still haven't nailed that package. Soon when we pay rent this month, I will make sure that I get that out to you. I'm sending a package to John too this week. So maybe I'll do both at the same time. But it's boxed up, ready to go. Your address is on it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just reading the chat. Yeah, it's so harsh. Absolutely, Jen.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt the video, but remember, hit that like button down below. It really helps the channel to grow bigger and better and more diverse. Not that weird, creepy kind of government diverse. I'll Samsplain it for you if you want. You want to hear some Samsplaining? Just like the video down below.
So yeah, what else is going on, guys? Who's Mock? Is Mac in the house? Surviving together? Oh, my other keeper. Hey, Kim, how's it going? My best friend's nephew assaulted his preteen cousin into her teens. Half of the family is sided with him, thinking that the girl lied. Yep. That's what's going on with my wife's family also.
What's happening?
Huh?
I don't even know.
No, it's just adult stuff, honey.
Okay, then do your little adult stuff.
She said, do your little adult stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's heavy, Jen. Yeah, that's super heavy. Well, guys, I guess I'm going to get this young lady to the library. We got to return her books. I don't mean to cut the chat short while you guys are talking about serious stuff. Maybe what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Tuesday. Maybe we'll just do a chat show tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. I won't cover any news stories. We'll just hang out and maybe just have a therapeutic session, and it'll be a community check-in like I did last Tuesday. Be sure to let everyone know.
I thought you said that you didn't always have therapy or your doctor's appointment.
My doctor's appointment is after library.
I know.
Kim, hold on, babe.
Okay, we'll go.
Kim, I see that Kim, but my other's keeper, Sam, I see that you got my gift, or at least it was delivered. I have not received it yet. So I will have Mariana check the mailbox tonight. Our mailbox is way down at the end, and I gave Hazley my key, and it was lost. So no, so thank you, and I will we'll check the mail today. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Tomorrow if it's appropriate, which I'm sure it is, I will hold it up and show. I mean, if it's something I can hold up, I don't know what it is. But yeah, thank you so much. That's crazy. She must not have checked the mail in a long time. If it's because you mailed that a long time ago. I mean, it is coming from Canada, so maybe, I don't know. But anyways, guys, so tomorrow what we'll do, so make sure you're here tomorrow. Turn on your notifications. I'm going to start the show at 9 o'clock tomorrow, and we'll just do a community check-in, and we'll just have a chitty chat. I do have some things I can share about my life too that have been heavy. That stuff that's going on with me right now. Maybe it'll be good for me to talk about. Just some marital stuff, and yeah. So we'll do a community check-in tomorrow. I think that would be awesome. Yeah, damn neighbor kids. See, the world is falling apart. What? I had to do at least one sound effect. Just kidding. So, okay, guys. Well, I will see you guys tomorrow. Be here or be square. And thanks for stopping in today. I appreciate it. Remember, be on the lookout if you're in this area or the surrounding states. He could be. I got him still probably being really close to town, to the area he knows. Yeah, I just hope they find him soon, and they bring him in safely, and they get it all figured out. All right, guys, you guys have an amazing day. Remember, be kind to each other, be kind to yourself, forgive yourself, find some things to be grateful for, and stay safe. All right, mahalo.
Stay loud. Don't be woke. Stay wild. Stay